watch out!
What is up, everyone? It is I, Johto Jonny, here to bring you your favorite guest stars to talk about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's latest and greatest trailer. And that greatest guest star is Halloween Piplup, brought to you by Nintendo New York. Just kidding, I'm not a sponsor or anything, but spooky time is around the corner. So say hi to Halloween Piplup, who will be featured in the back of my videos more often because spooky time. He will not let anyone have this donut. Okay, and in all seriousness now, here are your favorite guest stars who are joining me in this discussion today. Don't worry, little guy. Don't worry, you'll have your chance to shine. It's okay, all he cares about is that donut. So, everyone give a warm welcome to your favorite, Kayla from Kayla's Capsule.
Hello, I'm Kayla from Kayla's Capsule, and this is Cinnamon the Score Bunny.
And then we also have Dusty Go-Goat from Dusty Go-Goat.
What's up, everyone? It's Dusty Go-Goat. Happy to be here. Happy to talk to you guys again.
Sometimes it's funny introducing you guys because it's just like, here's so-and-so from exactly that same name YouTube channel. But yeah, you guys are YouTubers. We're all YouTubers. Have fun for Pokemon.
It's what we do. It's in our blood.
It very much is. And it's even more so now that we've banded together. We've started a family.
Yes, we honestly, truly. Should we get emotional?
Go ahead and cry. On
Oh, I can cry on cue though.
Dusty just did it.
Theater.
Dusty just did it. All right, we're gonna have Kayla cry on cue. Go.
No, there'll actually be tears.
No, do not do this. This is too
I will
intense.
mess up my makeup. Like, it's a bad idea.
So
yeah, I'm gonna use that same excuse. I also don't want to mess up my makeup. That's why I'm not gonna do it.
Oh,
yep, that's
man.
why. That's why. That's what it is.
Well, we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about in this video, which is the newest trailer. And Kayla can cry on cue while we do that. How about that? No? Nobody? Okay, so what we are going to talk about, though, is the newest trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which was the Seek Your Treasure. It went over 3 stories, and those 3 stories were Starfall Street, The Path of Legends, and Victory Road. Now, everyone knows Victory Road is obviously the Pokemon League with the champion, all that, right? Path of Legends is the one with the Titan Pokemon, and you're searching for some herb or something with that one guy.
Armand?
Wait, is it with the D, right? Arden? Is it Armand?
I don't know.
I don't
no,
know.
that's Attack
guy.
on Titan. I don't know, but whatever. It was that
No,
guy.
I think it is the same name
Armand?
as Attack on Titan, right?
Man, we're so knowledgeable about Pokemon. And then Starfall Street is the one with the evil team, obviously, with the rebels from the school. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about what our favorites are out of those 3 stories and why. And we are going to start with you, Dusty Go-Go.
Oh, you're gonna put me on the spot?
Yes.
I told you before this I wasn't too educated on it. Okay.
That's the
I
best
really
part.
I don't think. Which one am I most excited for? I don't have an answer. But I do. I feel like I really just want to get my hands on this game and play it, because I don't think I'm gonna just choose one or the other to like. So like the discussion is right. Like, which one are you most excited for? And then a lot of people have told me like what they want to do in this game is really just single in on a single path, and that's not how I'm gonna play it. So I feel like with this game overall, I'm really going in with kind of an open. I guess like I don't have a lot of expectations. I really just want to like play it. Is that weird? Is that a weird answer?
No, not at all. Actually, I mean, the game gives you the decision to be able to switch between the 3 stories however you see fit. So your answer essentially seems to be there's not any one particular story you're more excited for than the other. You actually are more excited to be able to switch between 3 different stories at the same time.
The beauty of open world, right, is like the choice. And I think what I always go back to, like the coolest choice that there could be that has never existed is like maybe starting a Gen 2 game in Kanto and then going to Johto. Like, that's a huge choice. And I feel like this game is going to give us that type of feel, right? Like battling gyms in different order or what have you. I will say I'm excited to fight the Titans.
Okay. All right.
So I think that excites me the most.
Sounds good. Yeah. See, this is why we put you on the spot, Dusty. You always have really interesting answers that are so genuine. I love it.
All right, good.
That went really well. So congratulations. All right. So Kayla, let's go ahead and have you answer which story of the 3 you are most excited for.
Yeah, I think like Dusty, when I play the game, I'm gonna do all the stories at once because like I've been working on my map video. Don't worry, everybody, it is coming. But the stories seem to be spread out around the map, like all of them. It doesn't seem like it's going to be like, oh, this story is going to be in this third of the map, and this one's going to be in this third of the map. So, like, if we're exploring, we're just going to come across all of them, you know? So, for me, I'm just going to explore whatever I come across when I play the game. In terms of what stories I'm most excited to come across, though, I think the Path of Legends, I'm really both excited and nervous about. I'm, like, cautiously excited because I think that one's gonna have the most lore, but there's a chance it could just be like a cooking story.
Yeah.
And if it's just like, oh, cooking with a character name, Armin,
I think is
imagine
guy.
this game's 33% or like a third
It's
of the
just
game
cooking.
is poffins, right?
Yeah.
Like that's awful. That'd be awful.
Hold
I
on.
don't think that's gonna be the thing, but like, kind of nervous about that.
I have to look this character's name up now because this is bothering me.
Yeah.
What is his name? He cooks for you.
Yeah,
does.
he his
Arvin.
backpack has Arvin. Oh,
We're so
okay.
close.
Yeah, but he's got like cooking gear on his backpack, and like, I don't know, I'm really hoping that there's more lore to that, and it's not just like, oh, giant Pokemon and plants that we cook with. So, but then I think the second story I'm most excited about is the gym challenge one, because I've been playing Pokemon since I was a little kid, so, you know, gotta love a classic.
Yeah.
I'm not loving the Starfall one, but I think that the mechanics for it might be really interesting. So
Yeah, they could
I have a
be.
feeling Johnny's going to want to talk more about that one, because I know it's something that you're excited about. So
I actually have
Well, so-
two other things that I wanted to bring up that you mentioned. The first one being, I wonder if the game actually will have the layout to support what you mentioned, where you said you're just going to follow whatever is in front of you while you're exploring. I wonder if they actually did design the open world that cleverly to where you can actually explore all these different ways, and while you do it, slowly do each story. Or if you kind of fall into one story versus the other. I wonder how it's laid out with that.
I think it's going to be that second one, personally.
so?
I think that, I mean, the games that I've played, that's typically what happens, right? It's like you have multiple options, and once you start going down one path, it's going to perpetuate you to just continue down that path. That's what I
Okay.
think is going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very likely, but it might not be the case. You know, you never know. But I do
Yeah.
agree with you. A lot of games you can do that. But let's take Breath of the Wild, for instance. Like, that game was designed so cleverly that you can just fall into a bunch of different stories all at the same time just by exploring the map, because it's so intriguing to go find the next thing over the hill in any given direction. So, I don't know.
And
Maybe they took inspiration from that enough.
Yeah, I could see... I could see some of that happening organically, just like if you start doing, like, let's say you do 3 out of 20 tasks, or what are they called, quests, right? And one of those happens to be in a new location, and then you meet a character, and then that brings you off on a new branch, or you see something that you want to investigate further. So some of that could just be, I think, performed organically, right? Like, they don't need to tie it to the dialogue or the characters. They really could just tie it to the map.
Yeah, hopefully they do that, but knowing from what their track record shows, it would be what you said, which is you're going to fall into a story, possibly.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And then the other thing I wanted to mention that Kayla brought up was just how iffy the Path of Legends is, because that could go one of two ways. It could be so unbelievably interesting and be the best one out of the 3, or it could be the absolute most boring, because the way it's described on the website sounds so boring. Other than the Titan fights, it just sounds really boring. Like, you're searching for some herbs, you're collecting the herbs, this man cooks for you. Like, cool. Thank you.
Well, so a theory, a connection that I heard of recently, it tied this feature, the cooking and the Titan Pokemon. I mean, we do have a limited information about that phenomenon, but like that, pretty much the theory linked that to Max mushrooms in the Max soup in the Crown Tundra, which is directly connected to Gigantamax and that phenomenon. So those are two scenarios where they're like Pokemon that get bigger. I wonder if, I don't know, that there could be a connection there.
Do you think there also might be a gameplay for like competitive gimmick that we can get from that? Kind of like how I think with those quests in Sword and Shield, I think you could change your Pokemon's nature or something like that. Or not nature.
Yes.
There was something else.
No,
their
you can change
their abilities.
You can change nature and abilities. Yeah. I don't know how much more to extrapolate on that. I heard that theory. I thought it was a pretty. I mean, it feels like 1-to-1, right? Like there's food that's related to maybe the Titan. Like maybe the food causes the Titan. Right.
Kayla figured something out.
I just had a thought. So I was like, okay, so in the expansions for Sword and Shield, right, you collect those max mushrooms. And so you are able to have a Pokemon that normally can only Dynamax, Gigantamax, by feeding it a certain soup. Yep. So what if we're able to feed our Pokemon something and it impacts the type that they are able to turn into?
Oh, their Terra type.
That's cool. Yeah, I can see
whether
that.
It changes their
flavors,
Terra type,
right?
Or
every type
allows
is a flavor.
For dual Terra typing.
I would like that a lot. I do like the idea of activating a specific type of Terra, because I'm pretty sure I don't know if it's been confirmed, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's actually going to work, where like there are common Terra types, but then there are going to be like you can unlock rare Terra types through raiding, or maybe through like mystery gift events, or like there was always like the wild area news that would activate a specific event. So I think that's interesting, that maybe that path is a way to kind of shortcut or make it easier.
Yeah, because my worry with the rating thing is that that's going to get really repetitive.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of Pokemon types, and if you're looking for a specific one and it happens to be rare for a Pokemon, that's a lot to do to prepare a competitive team.
Yeah.
So if we're able to at least change one of the Pokemon's types or something, that would be really cool.
Right, yeah. I agree. That's good thought. So basically we all agree that we might think that the Path of Legends might be linked to competitive play in the long run in that regard. That's interesting. That makes that one a little more exciting, even if the other stuff kind of falls flat, maybe. That would be good for you, Kayla, because I know you love competitive. So for me and Dusty, it's just like, yeah, we just kind of want to fight the Titan Pokemon so far in that story. Just because they're large. I love size scaling. So, all right.
Yeah,
so what were you going to say about?
I love size scaling. The screenshots that we've seen have been really cool. It looks like there's a couple different battle perspectives or battle angles that they featured in trailers, and a couple of them have been unique, and they both of those have been where there's like a really large Pokemon in front of you. It looks like a lot of fun to play through. Like it reminds me of like if I was playing Legends. If there was like a new fixed camera angle for those alpha Pokemon, that'd be super fun.
Yeah, one that kind of, I know what you mean. Like it makes them look like they're towering even more than they already are. That type of angle. Yeah. I mean,
it's
Legends,
more cinematic,
you can do that.
too.
Yeah, Legends you can do that like manually, but But in this game, it seems like I could have sworn that there was like something about how we could both control the camera or set it to a cinematic camera. Was that not a thing in the leaks or no? There's
been a lot of leaks that I'm not actually paying attention to.
Okay,
so
me neither. Yeah, so I don't know. Okay, so then who knows? But I think that I did read something from one of the credible leakers that you could control the camera or set it to be cinematic.
Like I could see them defaulting to cinematic, or you could just like press the plus button, or maybe just if you move your whatever cursor, right, then you can like spin it around and see it from different angles.
We have so many unused buttons on our controller. They could they could do that. So even in Legends, there was still some unused buttons. So they could totally do that. All right, so I'll go ahead and talk about what I think is the most exciting of the three stories. And mine, actually, it's going to sound very boring, but I promise there's more to it, and I'll explain why. But I think the most interesting and exciting story out of the three is going to be the Gym Challenge, aka Victory Road. And that one, the reason for that is because they seem to be tying it to a lot of lore for the region and the people of the region. So I know that Kayla, you mentioned that you were really excited for Path of Legends because it could very well be like the biggest lore drop of the three. But from what we've seen and what you can read on the official Pokemon Scarlet and Violet website, they actually have a lot of lore and information about the region and its people tied to the gym challenge. Like there was this whole bit about Brassius, the gym leader of the Artisan gym. So
He's
Artisan
cool.
is the town. Yeah, he's really cool looking too, right?
He's cool. He's got like literally a vine whip.
Yep.
Yeah. A
Yep.
vine whip.
How cool
Yeah.
is that?
I wonder
That's
what
awesome.
moves his Pokemon will know.
Yeah.
Well, the moves they'll know is BDSM and
Uh,
water sports.
That's a Gen 8. That's a Gen. That's
different
the
kind
Gen
of
8,
whip.
Gen 4 remake.
I don't know. Is that a different kind of whip? Anyways,
It might be, yeah.
That's some Gen 10 shit.
But yeah, Lopunny's in that one.
Lopunny. Gardevoir, Lopunny,
Yeah,
Cinderace.
you can get Ralts early on. Yes.
We're all dead. All right, so there's a whole bit in the Nintendo website talking about Brassius and the Artisan town. I think it's not a city, it's a town. And how that whole town is a big like artist district, right? And Brassius is their renowned artist. And you see a bunch of Sunflora statues throughout the town. And apparently that's his like greatest work. It's called the Somber Sunflora or something like that. And it depicts Sunflora with like a somber expression on its face. And it means something. Hold on, I'm going to read what it means right here because it's really interesting. Oh, it's called Surrendering Sunflora. And it depicts an adorable Sunflora with a somber expression. But what the Sunflora are surrendering to is a topic of debate among connoisseurs. So I find that very interesting because it's like, that gives so much flavor and personality to this one little town when previously in Pokemon games, you would go to these little towns and they would be like pit stops along the way, you know, even if they had a gym, but didn't have much more to them. Like think of a lot of places in Sword and Shield, like the first gym you go to is that grass type gym, right? But like, what do you remember besides that about the town? I think they had like a drawing on the ground and it's so minor, right? They never really explain it or talk about it. But this, it seems like they're going all in and really giving everywhere a flavor, a personality, something to remember it by, someone to remember it by, being Brassius. Like that makes him feel so much more involved in your gameplay as a player. And I absolutely love that. And then of course there's like a lot of mystery surrounding the character Gita and a few other things that we're probably going to see along the way. And Kayla, we're going to have a bonus section right after this where you talk about, well, at the end of this video where you talk about Gita, because you have some big theories that might be very plausible about her. So I think we're all excited to hear that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Same.
Yeah, I want to run them by you guys because I'm like, I don't know, maybe.
So before we
I think
do
I know
talk
what you're gonna
about
say.
that-
Yeah.
Oh, you know what she's gonna say. I have no idea.
I've heard some other theories, so I'm curious. I'm curious to see what she's gonna say if it matches up with what I've heard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, before we talk about that, let's go ahead and talk about the two Pokemon that really stole the show in this trailer and what they are doing to us if they actually made us change our mind about the version we're getting. So the two Pokemon were Ceruledge and Baton Rouge or something. What was the other one's name?
Armarouge.
Armarouge.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah.
Armarouge, not Armarouge. Armarouge.
Yes,
Yep,
Rouge,
Rouge, 'cause
like the
red.
color. Yep.
Yep.
People did not let me hear the end of it when I pronounced Ceruledge cruel edge. I thought that was what they were going for with it. Like he's cruel because he's a ghost type and he has an edge. You know,
I mean,
that's
that could be part of the inspiration. I mean, Cerulean is blue,
right.
but I think you can see it right there, right? You literally move the first 4 or 5 letters around. It says
Listen.
cruel.
We all make
So-
mistakes.
Dude, I think it's good. If that you can let that be your headcanon.
yeah, sure.
You
But
can
yeah,
nickname,
so
you can
You can
nickname
nickname it. Yeah.
cruel edge, yeah, true. So
Yep.
Ceruledge and Baton Rouge or Armarouge. I keep saying that.
One of those is wrong.
Ceruledge and Armarouge, those are two colors, like Rouge being like a reddish color and Cerulean obviously being... Wait, yeah, that is a bluish color, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Cerulean obviously being a blue color. We have them representing Scarlet and Violet versions, and let's go ahead and hear your thoughts on it. Let's start with Dusty Go-Goat. What do you think about these Pokemon? Which one do you like more, and did it impact the decision on what version you're getting?
Yeah, I feel like I'm on a political talk show. Like these are heavy hitting questions.
I flipped sides,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Which Pokemon are you voting for?
So yeah,
When it's
so
all
these
really the same side.
these Pokemon are incredible. I think what is so striking about them, if these Pokemon showed up in any other franchise, I don't think they would be that interesting, right? These are so edgy. These are very cool Pokemon because they are Pokemon, right? Pokemon typically has this design philosophy where it's like it's got to be like a cute or not cute, but it's got to be like a cool thing that is like a little goofy or humanizes it or doesn't make it too edgy. And that's the thing, guys. Like I think I'm a closeted edgelord. This is the coolest thing. This is the coolest Pokemon since like Scizor. Since like it's so cool, man. It's the so I'm looking.
Wait,
at
which one?
Ceruledge.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
was about
thinking
to say.
Ceruledge is what I'm all about, right?
Yeah.
I think Armarouge is definitely cool. I think I'm probably gonna try to get both of them on my team through some like trade shenanigans. But yeah, Ceruledge is so cool.
What if they're one of a kind and no one will trade you?
Yeah,
Baton
well,
Rouge.
that would not be good. That would not be good. I could see them being rare. That might actually be the case, but there's always a way to get some of these.
I'm pretty sure I know where we find them in case you want to beeline to that.
No, do not tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I want to know.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Or you can watch my mapping video when it finally comes out.
Okay, we'll find out in your mapping video.
Okay. So, okay. Hit me with the other questions. This thing's amazing.
Well, I want to
love it.
know. Yeah, I want to know like which version were you gonna get and which one are you getting now? Is that? Did
Yeah,
that
I
change?
I was leaning towards Scarlet for specifically the dragon, like the mascot, right? But then also because of all of the do we talk about leaks? Because I know the leaked Pokemon.
Oh no, let's skip that one.
So I know the leaked Pokemon, and that's why I'm leaning towards Scarlet. I'm not gonna make any details, but because of this thing, I want to be able to shiny hunt this thing,
Oh.
and I think that will make me choose Violet. Actually, no, there was one more thing. I was watching in an animation of Koraidon go over this like skinny little bridge on all fours, and I'm thinking, it looks like it's gonna fall off the bridge. And that didn't make any, even though I like that it runs instead of like using, it runs.
The wheel that's clearly on its chest.
Yeah, even though I like that, I think I am gonna choose Violet because of Ceruledge and because of the mascot. I don't even know what it's called. Miraidon.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So,
It's not that serious, but I love this thing so much.
No, it is that serious. What version you get of Pokemon defines you as a person. So you gotta
Dude,
make
so
the right
cool.
choice.
It's so cool. It's so cool. I think my team's gonna be both of these guys: Scizor, Go-Goat.
Go-Goat, really?
100%. My starter, dude. I haven't used Go-Goat in 6 years, maybe.
Not by choice. It's because Go-Goat hasn't been around. I'm so sorry.
Exactly. So okay, and then I don't know, maybe another one. It's actually leaked Pokemon. I don't want to say it.
Okay, all right. So then we won't talk about that. But good to
Yeah.
know. All right. So, I mean, I'll go ahead and tell mine before Kayla, you tell yours because mine's kind of boring. I started with Violet. I'm ending with Violet.
There
Ceruledge
you
just
go.
like made it even more clear that I'm getting Violet version. I love the Legendary more in that game. I like Ceruledge more. And the only downside I think is that Larvitar is in Scarlet version. But I have Ice Cube, I think, in Violet version. Like, I just
Are
need
you
someone
gonna
to trade me a Larvitar.
Yeah,
That's all I need.
I'll trade you one. Actually, no, I can't,
Why not?
because I'm picking Violet.
Oh, that's right.
Well, I'll trade you one.
Oh, really? Wait,
Yes. So I'm planning on getting both versions.
what?
So
Kayla?
Yeah.
You
You
got
can't
the
do that.
monies?
She's
Kayla
a
got
she's
the
a
monies?
she's a fence sitter.
there are too many good Pokemon in both for me to pick, and like I feel like that speaks to what we're seeing so far from these trailers about the designs of the Pokemon for both games just being really, really good. And so I've been going back and forth. I've had like the most dramatic like progress in terms of like, oh, I'm gonna get this one, I'm gonna get this one. So I was Team Violet after the first trailer because Miraidon was amazing, and I was like, yes, that's so cool. Like electric dragony kind of thing, And then after the second trailer, I thought that Koraidon was the most adorable, derpy, legendary that I'd ever seen. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute.
The
I
cute
want it.
version, right? The cute version that you ride on.
Yeah, where its tongue is just like, and it's
Yeah, it
just
is
like
cuter.
very silly.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it just makes a lot of derpy faces. And so I was like, oh, I really want that one now. And then I was like, what do I do? And then with the latest trailer, seeing Ceruledge, Violet is going first for sure because Ceruledge is amazing.
Oh, so that means you're not gonna play Scarlet first because
No, but I will play Scarlet eventually.
I'm just gonna have to be patient. I'm gonna have to be patient for that Larvitar. Or I'm gonna have to find one of the fans in the comment section to trade me a Larvitar. They'll probably type right now if they're gonna do it.
That's true. I keep thinking in my head like, oh well, we're gonna have access to Pokemon Home, but that's not true at all. Like it won't be available for months.
Really? Man.
I just don't think it will.
All right, well then I really will have to find someone to trade a Larvitar.
Yeah.
Because the conversation we're having is like, yeah, but I have all these Pokemon in Home. But
Wow.
But yeah, I really like Armarouge too, but I don't like the colors. I feel like it looks like I feel like it looks like McDonald's colors.
Yeah.
And I can't
Yeah, I
get
can
that
see
out of
that.
my head.
It's oogly. It's like Magmar.
Magmortar, yeah.
And Magmortar, yeah. I'm not a
It's
fan.
like I do actually really like it. Like I think the design is really cool. I like how dynamic. I like how the it's like biology shifts as it attacks. I think that's really cool.
Its biology does what?
Yeah,
Its shoulder pads like go inwards down its arm, and then that turns into a cannon. It's kind of cool.
Oh.
It's kind of like Bayonetta.
Oh.
I feel like you would like that.
Johnny,
He's like, I'm
really
Scarlet now.
interested.
Yeah.
Scarlet for Bayonetta.
I
Bayonetta
definitely
would get
think-
Violet version.
Oh, you know what I'm noticing?
What?
Ceruledge's design also does that. Those fire ghost blades actually like shrink down into just like a soft flame. So like when it attacks, those also extend, kind of like lead sabers.
Ha.
Bro, it's so cool.
That's
It's
more
so
like
cool.
Bayonetta with her pillow talk weapon.
Yeah, that's true. That's so cool, dude. I'm
They
obsessed.
both look like Mega Man characters to me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
You know?
I was
like
trying not to say
Swordman
that.
and like
Oh,
Yeah.
Battle Network or whatever, yeah.
yeah.
We gotta
yeah.
do a whole podcast on Mega Man. I don't know if you guys play that, but I
Kayla
need some creators
doesn't.
to talk
I don't
about.
Not
either.
since I was a kid.
Ah,
I played when I was young. It was
I
really
bet Veteran
fun.
X does.
He probably does, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
He
right,
seems
we'll
like
have a
Mega Man.
Veteran X Dusty edition.
Yes.
of the podcast.
Yes.
Yay.
That'll be featured on Dusty Go Goat's YouTube channel, and we can all watch there. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into whatever this big theory is that you have, Kayla, for Gita.
Yeah, so a lot of people have thought of similar things. So Gita, a lot of people are thinking that she might be related to Nimona.
Okay.
You might have already heard that around.
Do you agree with that, Dusty? What do you think?
Ask me again and then edit it out.
I'm not editing it out. Let's make it even better.
All right.
All right.
I'm sorry. I had to answer it. It was a family text.
Oh, we don't
sorry.
worry. We all understand. But what do you think? Do you think that Gita and Nimona might actually be related?
Yes. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That's not the theory.
That
I
was a
heard.
very definitive answer. Thank you.
No, Kayla, is that the entirety of the theory?
No, there's more.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think that they might be related because so I've been thinking, and this could be wrong, but I've been thinking from the beginning that the purple house right across from us, like right across from the player character's house, is Nimona's house, right? Probably.
Okay. Yeah.
Because otherwise, why is she hanging out there?
Yeah.
You know? I was like, that's a little weird. So basically, either it's her house or it's not. If it is her house, I think it's also Gita's house.
Because she wear purple?
She wears purple. The design looks like it. There's a battleground in the back, and she's supposed to be one of the most prolific battlers. Like, the backyard has a battle stadium.
Oh, and Nimona is the one who pushes us to do the gym challenge.
Yes.
It's true.
So, I don't know if, like, she's actually going to be related to her, or if she's just going to be, like, a huge fan or an assistant to her, but I think there's going to be some sort of connection between those two characters for sure.
So,
and I think that like we're going to probably get our starters from the chairwoman.
Huh.
Because that's probably her house.
Yeah.
Not the professors?
I don't think so. I think the professors are going to be in the city because every clip we've seen of them is them in the city.
I think
we get our starters earlier.
I think the professors don't exist in our time. I think they're from the past or the future. We only ever see them through a TV screen.
That's true.
They always show like a TV fuzz and them in like this background from like a different
really good
room
point.
entirely. So I think they don't actually exist in our timeline. But I do think that you hold a lot of water for Gita and Nimona being related, and it actually makes a lot of sense because I think it's been pretty clear. Like we've seen Nimona at that house where we get the starters too before, as well.
Yeah,
and it would be a
just,
really
like, hanging out there.
Yeah, it would be a really interesting dynamic actually. Like if Nimona wants to beat her mother, if that is her mom. Like, if Nimona wants to beat her mother and become the new champion or something like that. Because I think Gita is also the champion. It mentioned something on the website that Gita is the most powerful trainer in the region.
So, all right, what is Gita's role? I know she has a new, like, she doesn't have, like, a traditional troped title, right?
Well, she does.
Is she
She's
essentially...
Right.
Yeah,
officially.
but what is that? Does that mean she's the champion?
She's the same as what what's his face was from Sword and Shield. What was his name? The bad guy?
Rose?
Yes, Rose. She's the same as him. So not necessarily.
So he was
champion.
the bad guy, though. Okay.
Yeah, but not necessarily the champion, because Rose wasn't the champion of the Gala region. But I think Gita is both the champion and the chairwoman.
Interesting. Okay.
They said she's most powerful.
I actually don't think she's going to be the champion because I think they would have given her that title.
Yeah.
I think that there's going to be a different champion, but I think she's going to be like the final like boss in terms of like the gym challenge. Like
the eighth gym leader or something.
Yeah, well, not even that. Like, even beyond that, like, I think she might be, like, you beat the champion, and it's like, oh, you know, this is a former champion who just decided not to do it anymore and to chair up the league. She's better than the champion. Do you want to go fight her?
That's cool. Kind of like with red, blue, and yellow. With
But even further, it sounds like sounds like you would do a 6th battle.
Yeah, like beyond the champion.
That would be
interesting.
nice.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So okay,
like
that is cool. So and Kayla, you think that you believe that Gita is Nomona's mother, or
yeah, I think
she looks young. I could see it being like a sibling or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what their relationship is, but it seems like that house is probably Gita's house.
Okay.
Because it just matches her so well in so many ways that I'm like, oh, it'd be really weird if it wasn't. Plus, it's like a fancy house, so I'm like, she's probably making good money as the chairwoman. I mean, Rose did.
Yeah. I mean, we all got fancy houses in that area. Even our player character. I mentioned many times that little thing is too rich for its own good.
All right, do you guys want to hear my like crackpot theory?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if this this would probably. Anyways,
we're gonna shut it down right away.
I want to preface.
I want to hear.
I want to preface that I think Kayla makes a better case. I don't have any evidence. This is what I heard. Okay, this is what. Yeah, here's some water. This is what I heard. What I heard.
I want to join in.
Well,
there you go. Okay, that's such a good cup. I love that.
Thank you. Water cup.
I was talking about Kayla.
Oh.
it's Poltergeist.
Oh yeah, it's a Poltergeist cup.
No, Johnny, yours is too. You look like
Mine
you're
just looks nice.
Living in New Hampshire with me.
That's now we all know where you live.
No, I actually live in Massachusetts now.
Actually, you live in Pennsylvania.
Here we go. All right, ready? Here we go. This isn't even a leak. This is just like something that was said. It's a riddle. It's like there's not even conclusive evidence. So I'm gonna say it. Johnny can get rid of it if he needs to. The leaker said someone is artificial. I think they said fake. The term was fake. And now you can look at all these different Pokemon. I'm sorry, you can look at all these different characters and be like, which one would be fake? And there's one theory that says Gita would be fake because she's super tall, which is like, I feel like that's kind of a trope of like robots, right?
She also just like doesn't have much expression on her face or anything.
She also
Her
has
legs are so
so straight, and she has like square eyeballs or square pupils. So that's not a lot of evidence. That's just kind of like looks a little weird. The other theory, which is really cool, is that Arvin, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Arvin is fake because he's like a cyborg or like a artificial human created as the son of the two professors because they don't live in the same timeline, right? It's like what if they fell in love in the future and in the past and they made a child and the child
is
is
long-winded, convoluted. I don't believe that
You
one.
agree with it?
No.
So Johnny agrees with it.
No.
So, I think the Gita one is more likely to
Yeah.
be like a fake human because she just looks very strange.
Fake. She looks like a
Yeah, but Arvin, I don't know. I feel like he's gonna be the kid of either one of those two or both.
He reminds me of, I mean, I think Nimona gives me N vibes, like the character N. But Arvin kind of gives me that too. He feels very warm and like I would want to trust him. And then the twist at the end would be, like, what are you hiding behind all that hair? And there's like wires.
Okay, I think that it's the professors, not. If it's not Gita, then it's the professors. The ones that we've only seen. I'm dead. The ones that we've seen through like only a computer screen, I think, are the most plausible for being
that makes sense.
The artificial ones. Like maybe it's not artificial in the sense of being robots, but maybe they're just like
they're AI.
some
Yeah,
made
it's
up
like Siri.
AI. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like Siri or something.
If not though, then maybe maybe Gita is a robot or something. Maybe
Gita feels that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
She's like a Star Wars droid.
she looks like Eggman, honestly. Is he part robot? Is he part robot, Eggman?
The skinny legs in the egg body.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's either Gita, but my biggest vote is on the professors just being like an AI or something.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments, because I would love to clip this if I'm right in 2 months. And
if I'm right, we're clipping that. No, I'm just kidding.
Arvin just has wires.
Can you imagine? I'm so done.
he like fuses with his Pokemon.
That was
like in Gen 7.
That was actually a really fun theory to leave off on. So I hope that you guys are typing in your theories in the comments right now and that you enjoyed having Dusty Go-Goat just really come in here and blow all of our minds with his very accurate depictions of Arvin. And Kayla from Kayla's Capsule also coming in here with her very inaccurate depictions of Gita and Nimona. And then me, who is just the voice of reason, obviously. So, but we can find Dusty Go-Goat and Kayla's Capsule on YouTube at Dusty Go-Goat and Kayla's Capsule. I got the spelling for the names right here on screen. You'll find links to their channels in the descriptions. And everyone, let's say a very warm goodbye to the audience.
Goodbye, audience.
Kayla,
Did it not go through again?
It didn't go through.
No. Okay. Bye, everybody.
I'm gonna start doing this.
Why it does that?
I love how like you had the warmest goodbye, and then there's just Kayla like. Okay, that was great. All right. I've been Johto Jonny. They've been Dusty Go-Go and Kayla's Capsule. Peace out, everybody.
Ceruledge.
Yes. No one's disagreeing with you
peace.
there. What's he gonna do when I don't press stop on the video?
I don't know.
What's he gonna? Is he gonna keep holding his hand
His
there?
arm's gonna get really
Whoa, it got
tired.
really dark. Yeah. We'll just wait him out. Oh, there's a snake! This is some spooky season stuff.
Almost spooky season.